I've got a great homeless guy story. So when I was living in San Francisco, I lived in like the shittiest neighborhood in San Francisco. Like I wasn't in Hunters Point. I was kind of by the Cow Palace. I'm sure you've been to San Francisco before, so you kind of know like the Richmond. I was in San Bruno Avenue, essentially, which is just a shithole. They call us White House because we were the only white people in the neighborhood. And there's like 6 of us running the house. So, but I never had any issues in that neighborhood. Like there was a liquor store down at the corner by the bus stop. I'd stop there and get cigarettes every night. And like I always got along great with all those people. Like they were just
You're
fun.
just in a neighbor.
Yeah.
You were a neighbor.
And like I had a dirt bike with a street legal kit on it. And I remember I went out one night and there was this black dude sitting on my bike. And I was just like, oh shit, this could be bad, you know? And like I just, you know, I'm outnumbered. I'm in a neighborhood that's not really my neighborhood. I live in somebody else's neighborhood. And I just go, hey man, how you doing? You ever ride a dirt bike? And just was nice to him. He's like, oh no, man, these things are fucking scary. I was like, all right, man, I got to take off. So just fucking hop off, do a wheelie for us. And, you know, I did a couple wheelies and it was cool, you know? Anyways, so we lived on the corner, like our backyard had a fence and then there was the freeway and then there was a freeway off ramp and there was just like a little empty lot type of thing that wasn't big enough for a house, but it was just kind of there on the side of our house, kind of fenced in with like government fencing, not household fencing. So we had this fucking homeless guy start living in that area on the side of our house. And like, it's San Francisco, and I wouldn't have really cared all that much if he wasn't making a fucking shitload of noise. But he was doing cans at 5 o'clock in the morning. He'd be crushing cans and moving fucking cans around. So I get out there and start screaming, get the fuck out of here. And I'm spraying him with the hose. And it just, you know, doesn't do anything. He's throwing cans at me. I'm spraying him with the hose. So I do the responsible thing and start calling the fucking government, right? I call one number and they put me through to another number. They tell me to call that same number again. And they're just sending me in a fucking loop. And I finally get an answering machine that, you know, no one is ever going to return. So I had to take it into my own hands. I didn't have a gun at the time because I was a little nervous having a gun in San Francisco, especially after getting scolded by cops in that fucking bus situation. So yeah. I grabbed a bottle of maple syrup while he wasn't home and I put it all over all of his shit. And there was just fucking ants everywhere. So he ended up moving. And the funny part about it is his buddies would come to my house and knock on the door and ask me where he is.
Hey, where's your roommate? Who the fuck?
And I'm like, hey man, where's Rob? I'm like, who the fuck is Rob? Oh, he's been living over there for a couple months. I'm like, yeah, I fucking sent his ass packing. Get out of here.